Every time he would greet you, he would always be, "Hey Evan, how's it percolating?"
How's it percolating?
That is certainly not a greeting.
Working at a head shop and like knowing that a percolator is a thing that is in a bong to separate like.
It's a coffee thing.
It's a coffee maker.
Well, no. Okay, so hold on.
Not
Are
to
we
the
going?
potheads.
Are we?
Oh yeah, we're rolling.
I know it's shocking, but potheads make everything about pot.
Yeah. You know, because it's interesting. Because
Hey, look, there's an apple. I wonder if we can smoke pot out of it. Hey,
Hey,
look,
don't
there's a
disrespect.
skull. Wonder if we can smoke pot out of it.
Voices. Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd's
Hey, look,
supposed to
there's
solve
Ned
vodka.
Flanders shirtless. I wonder if we could smoke pot out of it.
We can. I know for a fact.
Percolators
Let's say
are
hypothetically.
cool.
Yeah, let's say hypothetically. There's the.
Hypothetically, if you were Ned Flanders,
Okay.
would
Well, if
you
you want to
smoke
talk
pot
about the
out of
political agenda,
yourself?
if you want to talk about the political agenda on the left,
I'm coming to.
Oh, Shapiro. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
How do I say this kindly? This
How do I?
podcast is just awful.
Yes.
I've come to
Thanks,
terms
Ben.
with the fact lately that I'm very much an actually kind of guy. Like actually, this is how it was.
Oh,
and
no.
Yeah, I know. And it's like I hate the fact that I do it, but there'll be times where
You got to
it's like,
change it to no.
Well, but then it's
You
equally
know-
as bad. You come off like equally as like, oh, this fucking guy either way. And so it's like I don't know what to do if I hear something that is like, oh, actually, or like I could chime in about this. It's like, am I
What's-
just supposed to lull myself?
What's
in
the
that
safest
you know?
way to approach that kind of?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
is
saying.
it-
like,
is it? I mean,
We
yeah,
had- we
like
had a
how do you
guy-
do that in a non?
the way that I do it,
that.
I usually do a, yeah, I don't think so. And then I say it.
We had
But it's still like I mean,
So, like,
think,
say 2 + 2 is 5.
Two-
I'll demonstrate.
okay, I think 2 + 2 is 5.
Well, I don't think that's it.
And
I think it's 4.
And I don't think that's a bad way to do it. I
Right.
think my whole
It's very
point-
Jason Bateman like.
my
I do
whole
a lot of. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good one
I do
because
that a
it's
lot,
like
though.
if you do the that's just that you're not saying anything, and then the I don't know is very like
Because what is
ear.
it you are? The what is it?
I'll very
actually.
much be like well actually or like
yeah,
an
see, that's Dicky.
I always
yeah,
go.
but something that I'm coming to terms with, like even hearing you saying the thing that you said is like no matter what, I think it just comes across as like a little bit arrogant, douchey, pompous, you know.
I do.
yeah, I see where you're coming from, but
That's a good one. actually. Every so often, I'll break out the comedic. Well,
yeah, because you can play that one off as
Yeah.
like, be like, well,
and then you can just end the conversation there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's tough because like,
We had a guy that I used to work with that it was like a nervous tick or something.
mhm.
But every time he talked, every time he would tell a story, and he'd go, "Well, I go, what are you doing, guy?" And I'm trying to back up, and I turn left, and he would always say he goes, and he never told us where he was going, but he
Oh,
would always say,
really?
"I go."
But he was
good
always
middle-
on his way.
He was
good-
always on his way. He
a
was always
good-
getting there.
a good middle ground is to be like, what the fuck you gonna do? There's,
What the fuck are you gonna do?
That's a
bitch?
good response for anything.
yeah, what the fuck you gonna
What
do?
the fuck you gonna do?
Hey, did you hear about Ukraine getting bombed? Yeah, what the fuck you
what
gonna
you
do? Fucking Putin.
You know, one thing to another. And,
You know why I pulled you over today, sir? Hey, what the fuck you
What
gonna
are
do?
you gonna do? Happens. Very much way of the wind. You know. No. You said this too, though. I do this sometimes. I've noticed. I will do like the nervous or like the stutter, the stutter like that. You know. Yeah, and I don't mean to, and
son of a bit.
Yeah.
That was really good, actually.
Why are you on this Ned Flanders kick?
I'll have a
Son of a bit.
You talking to me?
Son of a
Yes.
bit. Again.
Just mind your fucking, do your show,
I was
dude.
gonna say son
You
of a
just got
bitch.
so many Ned Flanders, but like almost his penis.
I'm doing,
What's the deal with
excuse me,
Ned?
you're looking at Adam right there.
dude. I'm just doing the production work. Do your show.
Production
Okay.
work for what?
Okay.
The show.
This
The
one?
show.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We're
this
gonna need it
show.
in post.
Tonight on the show.
Stupid sexy Flanders.
There were 2 kids I went to school with at the
Fucking losers.
OMS,
Oh.
and their
Oh, I
show
was
was
right.
called The Show.
Not KMS.
That's so dumb.
Yeah,
That's so dumb.
no, it was fucking stupid. And so then
The
that place in Parma
show.
that's called The Store,
Mm-hmm.
I drove past and I took a
Really?
picture and I went, "Hey, do you fucking people own this? Because this is so original." The Store,
The store.
The Show.
I feel like you don't see stores, or I mean, maybe it's just like
No, you don't see
capitalism.
stores
You just
anymore.
gotta
Well,
open
no,
your
I'm saying,
eyes.
like-
That's-
It's all
brick
online.
and mortar, like mom and pop shops that have like funny names. You know, like you don't see stuff with goofy names anymore.
Well, it depends on where you're at. Like out in Chippewa, they got Goodman's.
On where?
Chippewa.
I know
Out
a
there,
place.
Chippewa, like.
I know a place in Columbus that. Okay, bro, you're Jaco. It's a head shop, but it's called Waterbeds and stuff, and that's
Okay, yeah.
funny.
Hey,
that's good.
That's
hey,
a
do you
good
think we can
name.
smoke pot out of a waterbed?
It's called Waterbeds and
I
stuff.
mean, it's already got water, right?
That's a
I
good
can't-
name. That is a really good name for a head shop.
I can't think of any stores that kind of have that really funny like name in Tucson. Where I'm from. I mean, there's like there's a bookstore called Bookman's, but I mean that's got everything.
What about Big Lots?
There's a
Big
place-
Lots?
place
Yeah.
called
I
Tuesday
fucking
Morning.
love Big Lots.
Big Lots is pretty good.
That's where I got like most of my furniture from
That's a
my
pretty good
apartment.
store.
There's a furniture store in Parma called Tuesday Morning.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and I've always wanted to go in and do like the elf thing. It's like, we did it! Like on a Tuesday morning,
Yeah.
we'll like kick down the doors and be like, we did it, guys! Tuesday morning!
Can we- hey,
watch
can we-
them all
They're
be like,
closed on
"Fuck yeah."
Tuesday.
Yeah,
They don't open till Tuesday afternoon.
Don't call on Tuesday.
Don't call on Tuesday.
Can we talk about the fact that I watched you heat up a Chick-fil-A sandwich at the gas station and then drink a
Yeah,
slushy
buddy.
without paying for
Oh,
it?
Yeah.
there is a restaurant in Tucson. It's really good. It's called Culinary Dropout.
That's
nice.
Very
Well
nice.
done.
Very
That is
good,
a
buddy.
good name. Yes, that's something that is a gas station thing. That's one of my gas station things. You go to a gas
You
station,
steal?
You'll
you
like
want to try well,
Theft. You gotta try it.
it's like you want to try a slushy, just fucking try the flavor.
Yo,
You
all
don't
the
gotta
stuff's
buy
free.
it.
You'll like this one style.
Don't tell me what
there's
I'll
a
like.
restaurant. It's called Gentle Ben's.
Ooh.
Why would I like that?
I don't know. Ask
Gentle Ben.
Ben. You know.
He's asleep.
You know.
There's just another place
it's-
called Feast.
Ah.
That's it.
There's a place called DP Dough, and there's a place called DP Steakhouse, both within 10 miles of me.
Dude, DP dough is so good, though.
I know a Cozumel's that does Mexican food, and I know
Cozumel's
a Cozumel's
is
that
really
does
good.
pizza.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
me
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. One's
You-
Italian, one's Mexican.
Did you plan on elaborating more on the whole theft of the gas station thing?
No, just like when you go to a gas station, like it's just been a thing that I've done for quite a while. Where like if you want to like you just grab a slushy for like while you're wandering around the gas station.
They're
Hold on. How
Yeah.
long are you wandering around a gas station?
Are
Well,
they-
just
are
like
they
while
free?
you're like, listen, you go to a gas station to
Are
like
they
pick
free?
out. No, listen,
No.
listen.
They are
Everybody
to
listen.
Shane.
You go to a gas station to pick out snacks and a drink. You're like, all right, I want some chips and I want a candy and I want a drink. You go in.
What the fuck?
The first stop you make is to the slushy station. You get a large slushy, you fill it up, and then you drink that while you think about what you want.
First stop is for gas.
And then you
They approach.
before you pay, you throw it out so that they don't know, and then you pay.
Here's
They
the-
approach him and he's like, they're like, you gonna pay for that? Listen, this is an investment for
no.
you.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
pay? Are you gonna pay for that?
Yeah, I just
For-
throw
pay for what?
it. Yeah, I'm
What are you
just like,
talking about?
You talking
I
about
throw,
the chips?
I throw it away. I'll be like, what are you talking about?
Pick a card.
I will guarantee you that even I'm pretty sure it happened with a coffee, not a slushy.
I've been doing that for a long time. Like, I don't think.
That's not good.
I don't think.
You
No.
shouldn't say
You
that.
do you think
I've
do you think
stolen
that, like,
cars
the
for
police,
years,
do you think-
guys.
Okay, yeah. Drinking like half of a slushy versus stealing a car. Yeah, you think gas stations are really going to be cracking
Yeah,
down on
because
all-
you know what? There are kids in the inner cities in America
What do you think
that are
the-
starving.
What do you
He's got
think
a point.
the Brecksville moms think of this?
Yeah, can you ask him?
Do you mean
Medina
the Medina
moms.
moms?
Medina moms.
You disrespectful
Fucking-
cunt.
I listen. All moms matter. First of all,
Not all slushies though, apparently.
all slushies matter.
Wow.
Single moms hit
I'll
me
drink.
up.
I tried that watermelon one today.
Yeah.
It was good.
Man.
What you doing there?
3 seconds at a
Oh,
time.
fucking A. Yes.
Can you guess what that is?
You
3
wouldn't-
seconds at a time.
I already know
You
what it
wouldn't
is.
steal audio, would you?
Fuck you. That's funny.
YouTube already been like, you just pay for premium?
You gonna pay for
You still got
Hey,
ads.
hey, you like those ads?
No, but I've gone and
break
got a
from the
coffee
Mm-hmm.
I've gone and got a coffee and like had people just watch me as I walk around to get other shit. Like he's gonna pay for that fucking coffee.
Yeah.
Like that is my every time I get a coffee or a slushie, someone watches me to like make sure that I come up and pay for it.
You guys are way too white.
Yeah, no,
I just walk around with that shit.
Or
They
maybe
do
it's where
not
we're
care.
shopping. Maybe we're shopping in white
They
areas.
don't care. Like you can just walk around that bitch with the slut. You think some guy who gets paid $13.50 an hour at 3 a.m. is gonna be like,
$13.50.
it's gonna be like, hey, stop that! Don't,
Yes.
don't drink that.
Yeah, because that's
slushy."
their fucking job.
And then like 10 minutes later, they're like, no, that's not their job. They don't get paid enough money to do that.
Let me be
Jake."
honest. I was definitely I worked at a bowling alley and we had an arcade. I was definitely the guy that yelled at the kids who would go in and take Laffy Taffy.
I was at
Put that back!
I was at your bowling alley the other day.
It's not mine, but all right.
Yeah.
At your old bowling alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you sold
They
The
don't
one
have
that you own.
they don't have laser tag no more.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking sellouts.
And then they
You
blamed
kept
it
that
on the fact that nobody wants to work there.
You
Yeah.
kept that shit running.
I know. I left when they shut it down.
So it's your fault.
Narcs.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Mario the
Fucker.
movie. Hey, it's the movie.
Okay. Well.
So this is off air.
Yeah.
So
No.
this is off air.
Can that be the promo?
We talked
Yeah.
about it on the pigeonhole a little bit at the end. We barely touched.
I don't
it, but,
remember
like,
because that was so long ago.
Nice fucking segue.
Thanks, guys. The Mario movie got a trailer that came out, and Mario looks like a big dick bag.
You want me to pull up Mario? And
Listen, we need to
No,
stop
he-
hating on Chris Pratt.
No.
Chris Pratt is my only fucking problem with that shit. Everything else is really good.
He's a
but
demon.
also, I will say, I watched an AI voice dub of the actual Mario voice actor saying
Yeah.
those like over the trailer. It was equally as jarring.
No, here's the thing that I hate about it, and everyone's shitting on Chris Pratt, which I don't like Chris Pratt in the role.
Yeah.
However, my biggest issue is how Mario looks.
Yeah,
Why?
he looks-
You have the concept
He
already.
looks like Chris Pratt.
You have the 3D
Hold
model.
on,
Just
hold
shove
on.
him in there.
Go back and look at the casting because I might have a really big problem.
No,
With
you
who's
don't know the
playing
casting.
Bowser?
You don't.
Who
no,
is it? Jack
no,
Black?
No, you
Jack-
don't. He's
Jack
gonna
Black.
carry that.
Jack Black is Bowser. Jack
Yeah.
Black was so.
What's
Jack,
going on? I'm gonna get you, Mario.
No, listen,
No,
Jake,
did
that's
you
not
watch the
gonna be
trailer,
good.
Dick
No, I
shit?
didn't.
Jake.
No, how about you calm the fuck down?
No.
Not
Fuck you, hey,
Jake,
fuck you.
Jake.
Back there, watching
Yell into the phone! Yell into the phone!
Bano.
Listen,
Playing him. Fuck you.
Jake, listen. So
Nice fucking
Jack-
segue.
Jack Black, Keegan Michael
Play it
Key,
again.
and Chris Pratt were the like the big actors that had voice lines in the trailer. Keegan
Okay.
Michael Key is Toad.
Very
didn't-
good.
He didn't do bad. He definitely like it
I can see
sounds.
him doing well
It
at
sounds
that.
like Toad. It sounds like a movie version of Toad.
Who is Charles
Jack-
Marionette? That dude looks like
Wait.
Ireland's president.
Who?
That's the guy
Yeah,
who
wait.
actually
Oh,
does
that's-
the
that's
No, that's
Mario
Mario.
voice.
That's
Yeah.
actually Mario.
That's the
Oh,
OG Mario
okay.
voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and then
He
Jack
looks like
Black.
Boris Johnson.
Jack
He
Black
does.
is Bowser. He carried the trailer. He
Okay.
genuinely was like
All right.
the delight on screen.
He is in
Seth
there?
Rogen's in it.
That's gonna be my killer.
No, I think he's
Yeah.
not. I think it's gonna be a Jack Black situation where like we're all memeing on it until we see
He's
it.
playing
and then,
Donkey
No,
Kong.
because I can guarantee you they hired him because they heard him go.
Yeah.
And they went, that kind of sounds like Donkey Kong.
No, I think he's gonna. I think they're gonna anchor it on the laugh, and
Yeah.
he's gonna do the laugh a lot. But I don't think it's gonna be
His
horrible. Charlie.
I'm not
Day-
gonna like it. It has the fucking guy that I don't like. The
Charlie
Fred
Day is
Armistan
Luigi.
guy, whatever the fuck his name
What
is.
Okay,
What is
and then
Charlie
here's a
Day
theory
playing?
that I have really quick about this too, because a lot of people shitting on it because of all the big A-list
You know,
voice actors.
Everybody's shitting on it, but he's defending it.
I think what they're doing, like, I think their whole anchor, because the guy who plays Mario in the games is, like, going to be in it, supposedly. I think they're going to have it like a Jumanji style thing where some kid gets sucked into and is now he's
Yeah.
Mario. And so it has to go through this.
And then
Well,
Mario,
like Chris
and then-
Pratt's the dad that gets sucked in.
yeah,
and then he
sure,
meets the
something like-
OG Mario, who's voiced by him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there
I-
we go.
And he's
think
like
that's how it's gonna
and
be
he's
for the
like
trailer.
2D.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, whoa, how do I live on the legacy of,
It's gonna be very Wreck-It Ralph.
So it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be
Yeah.
so it's gonna be Wreck-It Ralph mixed with Santa Claus.
yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty
God, I
much.
love Santa Claus.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be bad, and I don't know. I want to see Super Smash Brothers in the movie. I think it'd be good. They got Sonic. They got Pikachu. They got.
Well, then that's not super. That's not.
Well, I mean, they got
no,
to build.
no. He's talking about building a
Oh.
universe
Yeah,
with it.
I'm like
Oh,
building
Jesus.
a cinematic.
Everything's got to be a fucking universe. Can it just be a movie?
Well, no, I don't.
No.
I don't disagree with that. But
Mario,
when you
the
have
Sonic
IPs
Olympics.
like Mario and stuff like that, if there's already a game where they're all together, might as well make it a movie.
Mario and
Fans
Sonic
want it.
Olympic game.
Yeah.
I'd probably
I want
honestly,
them to
I'd probably
make-
watch that.
Then I need Sonic the Hedgehog tennis. I need that to be a movie.
The movie.
You were the
Yep.
only person that needs Sonic Tennis the
By
movie.
the
that
way,
I need
I
that.
would watch it.
By the way, Jim Carrey
Serena Williams?
carried those Sonic movies.
Yeah, he really
He
did.
carried them.
He
Jim
really did.
Carrey
He was-
carried the mask.
He was so fuck you. He was so tired that he had to retire after. You see, because
It's crazy that Jim Carrey just like kind of vanished off into.
Well, he
And
kind
then
of
he-
went
he
insane
he kept
for a
seeing
while.
Yeah, he went
23s
insane.
all over
And
the
then he
place.
became Eggman.
He went
It's true.
insane. He did go insane. But I mean, I don't think he's. I don't know. I think he might be kind of.
Hey,
Crazy.
we before we actually started this, we talked about the fact we talk about the same things every fucking time we do this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have we talked about Jim Carrey's movies best? Because we did with Adam Sandler. I remember that one.
I don't
very
I don't-
think we have
I don't
talked
believe
about
we
Jim
have.
Carrey.
Because The Mask and Dumb and Dumber, those are the two, man.
No, for you.
Dumb and Dumber is not even the best Jim Carrey. Like one of the greatest
Yeah.
movies of all time is Dumb
No.
and Dumber.
I'll give you that.
I'll give you Jim Carrey. One
I
of
like
his
the
best roles is Dumb
The
and
Truman
Dumber.
Show.
Truman
But
Show's
yeah,
really
Truman
good.
Show might have to be my other one if I'm only doing two. If
Liar,
I'm-
Liar is a good one. If you need to just
I
like,
love that one.
Yeah.
Liar Liar is a really good one
Pen
too.
is blue.
Yeah.
it's the claw. Like,
Subarctic temperatures.
Bruce Almighty.
Mr. Reed, what happened in the bathroom?
Yeah, Bruce Almighty is a classic.
Yeah,
too.
that is a
Yeah.
good one.
I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
I've been diving into like Robin Williams, strange enough,
Oh,
lately. I
yeah.
just watched a thing about how Robin Williams basically funded Mrs. Doubtfire and like
Yeah.
bought the movie rights
Yeah.
from the book because him and his wife were like, oh, this is a perfect role for you.
Yeah.
And so they like produced the whole thing. And Jim Carrey is another one of those like, he plays the Jim Carrey roles.
Yes.
The roles for the roles that he plays are the one. The reason he the reason he was so good as Dr. Eggman is because they let him be Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
You know, they let him play it Jim Carrey, but still kind of that like goofy bad guy. You know,
You married her.
See,
That's
I like,
I fucking love that line.
it's just character acting. Like
Yeah.
they're just really good character.
To be
actors.
fair, a lot of his early stuff came because he could do like the rubber face
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
which is really cool.
And I know
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting.
Like
Like,
The Mask.
Jim Carrey's whole startup.
He's always
is-
been
is
so
very
animated.
interesting.
I had one of his first movies on VHS because it was like called The Man Behind the Mask.
Ah.
And my dad, being the drug addict that he was, bought it thinking that it was The Mask. And it starts off, it's like from like 1982. Like it's early Jim Carrey.
Interesting.
And it starts off, this girl's like, she's like talking about a poem. And she, fuck off. And she's like,
why?
and she's like talking about how her bubble protects her, but he's like serious in it. He's not like,
Really?
wow, that's a nice bubble. Like it's literally like,
I think,
well, I just want you to be okay. And I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah,
is
I think
this?
Jim Carrey's one of those actors that could play it serious.
Yeah.
if you needed him.
Yeah,
to.
like the Truman
23.
Show.
Yeah,
23.
Truman Show is pretty
Yeah.
serious. Truman Show is pretty like it's
I
definitely.
I hate that movie.
LeBron
if I'm being
James's
honest.
number 23.
You don't like the Truman Show?
No, movie 20 or
Joe
the number
Hagan's number
23.
Yeah.
23.
You know what's
It's-
a really
it's
good one
alright
that
for
people don't
me.
talk about? Cable Guy.
I love it.
Cable Guy.
Cable
That,
Guy?
really
that used to
good.
be my
Yeah.
favorite.
Cable
That's a
Guy's
good
kind of
movie.
like scary, like not scary.
It's
but
it's
like
unhinged
yeah,
comedy.
It's
Yeah.
unhinged.
It's like
Yeah.
when comedians take on serious roles, they can hardly do it, but Jim Carrey can. And it's just kind of like how Robin Williams
Oh.
does like Bicentennial Man.
Ooh.
That's
Jim
a-
Carrey
That's my favorite Robin Williams.
Eternal
movie.
Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. That's
I
a
forgot
really
about
that's a
that.
really serious role.
Never
That's
I
a
seen
forgot
really
about
good-
that.
Really good movie. Really good like
I,
sad movie.
I used to get that and 23 confused because they were like his two big serious
Yeah.
roles.
My Robin Williams one is Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah. that was-
Serious ones?
Yeah.
Patch Adams.
Patch
yeah.
Adams is a good
Patch
one
Adams
too.
is a
Because
good one,
it is
too.
funny, but it's more
Or
serious.
Dead Poet Society is
Yeah, that is
super
just
a
duper
classic.
good.
Oh,
I
Captain,
love-
My Captain.
Yeah, I
So
love
good.
Dead Poet Society in general.
Wow, we just all like
Yeah.
we just
found common
we
ground.
really
We
became
agree.
cultured there.
You want to talk about Adam Sandler again?
Yeah.
Spanglish.
Hang on.
Spanglish
Best
is great.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
My favorite
Um,
Adam Sandler movie is The Ridiculous Six. Just
Oh,
saying.
if we're gonna talk about M. Sandler, we might have talked about it. We definitely did talk about it.
Yeah,
last
we
week,
did.
But
I fucked that
would
up.
would grown ups have been as good with Chris Farley?
We did this. We did this
Yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, I know that we did, but I want to go back to it
It,
because
it wouldn't. It
No.
wouldn't because Kevin James carries that role very
yeah.
well.
No, but
The
here's what.
KFC
Yeah,
bucket
but
dance, dude.
Do you think that the Kevin James roles, the
Yes, it was meant for Chris
mall
Farley.
cop, and
yeah.
do you think like those things would have better suited Chris Farley?
I now
would've-
pronounce you Chuck and Larry would not have been better
No,
with Chris Farley.
I think Mall Cop would have
Really?
been. I think Mall Cop
think
would have been.
Mall Cop would have
Yeah.
been.
I think Mall Cop would have been.
What about Here
really
Comes
funny.
the Boom?
I think it's better if it's not made.
You don't like
Yeah,
Here Comes the
yeah.
Boom?
Here Comes the Boom and what's the Zoo one? Those are two terrible movies.
Zoo
yeah.
one's rough.
Those are two.
Oh.
Kevin James, I feel bad for the guy because he's really good, but he's been straddled
Yeah.
with some shit movies.
You know
Well,
what?
it's
The Sean
because
Payton one
he
wasn't
literally
bad.
he's Hollywood's Chris Farley
Yeah.
understudy. You know, like
Yeah,
that's
that's
his
fair.
role, and I
They're
feel
like,
like
oh, funny fat guy.
I feel like he knows that, and so it's just kind of like, well, this is what I do now. You know, like
Yeah.
this
What
is
about roles where people were just meant for that role? Like an example is in Happy Gilmore, how Ben Stiller is that old fucking retirement home owner. He is built for that role.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. Yeah, dude.
Shooter
Dude,
McGavin.
the dude still
You
uses
eat-
Shooter McGavin.
Tom-
pieces of shit for breakfast.
Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
because,
I
like,
that.
because
when
he's
you read-
retarded.
For sure.
Stop it. When
I
you
like
read
that.
that list of the people, like John Travolta almost played him. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. That's,
Like, hey, Lieutenant Dan.
John
Like,
Travolta, Saturday Night Fever.
Yes.
Matt Damon, Goodwill Hunting.
Yep.
I think he
Yes.
really plays that like jerky Boston guy.
Yeah, how you like
Uh,
them apples?
Robin
Yeah,
Williams as the in Jumanji as
Oh, yes.
Well done,
yes.
yeah.
I was gonna say even just to circle back around, Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that role
100%.
is literally
Chris-
feels made for him.
Chris Kattan in Night at the Roxbury.
or
I
Robin.
mean,
Yeah.
he did write the skit,
Honestly,
to be fair.
and also Will Ferrell in Elf.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Nobody
really-
else is pulling it off the way he does.
or Robin Williams is the genie in
Yeah,
Yeah,
Robin-
because Will
Smith.
Smith sucked.
yeah.
Good God.
Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers,
Hmm.
where he's the douchey,
Yeah, the
Oh,
funeral
lives at
crasher.
home wedding crasher. Yeah,
I think Will Ferrell Will Ferrell Step Brothers, Will Ferrell Talladega Nights.
I was
You
gonna say
can't,
if we can do a duo, John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights,
Could
like,
anybody?
no one else could have done
you
that.
can't. Yeah, you can't.
No
swap
one's
those
making a
out.
successful NASCAR movie.
Could anybody have played Ron Burgundy better?
Um.
See, it sucks now because he's ran it into the ground
Yeah.
with the podcast, and just
Yeah.
every time he's
Yeah.
on stage, "Hi there, look at me, I'm an anchor man," and it's like,
Yeah.
stop, dude. Like the second one should have never been.
It was a good bit for a movie
I
one
think-
time.
I think I was gonna say Steve Carell, but every time I say Steve Carell,
I like Steve Carell,
I
but
think The Office, and that's gonna be my next question. Is
I
like,
thought
who
Evan
would have
Almighty.
been the boss? Like, who's another good option for the boss from The Office?
for The Office,
Yeah,
Jim Carrey.
you think?
If we have like a
Ricky Gervais.
straight man Jim Carrey, fuck you, straight man Jim Carrey, but like the occasional like play as a Michael Scott.
Yeah, okay,
Or,
okay, I
Ron,
see that.
What's Ron Swanson's actor? What's his name?
Oh yeah,
Nick Offerman.
Nick
Nick
Offerman.
Offerman, yeah.
Nick Offerman could have played a good
Yeah,
boss
you're
on
right.
The Office.
Yeah,
For
right.
very straight. Like, what's going on?
Seth
here?
Rogen.
Yeah.
Pam.
Weed. James Franco.
Yeah, then James Franco would have been Jim.
See, here's another thing: is like they don't get Seth Rogen is another one of those guys where he plays Seth Rogen in every movie.
Yeah,
that
and that's the
so,
issue.
And so it's hard. Like you can't see him. You can't see him as
Okay.
Donkey Kong. You can't see him because it's
Cheech and Chong. Another one.
What?
Roles made for them.
Yeah.
yeah.
As far as Seth Rogen goes,
Mhm.
Pineapple Express. That role is made for Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
That is Seth Rogen.
Oh,
Knocked up.
Yeah.
What about
Eh.
He did all right in that movie.
I think
I just
Seth
don't like the
Rogen.
movie.
what about Wolf of Wall Street?
Ooh.
DiCaprio's pretty
'cause
good for
You
that.
you could have put like Matthew McConaughey or something because he might
Matthew
have-
McConaughey probably would have made that really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he could have played that part.
I don't know if
No,
he would have
ooh,
been. I don't know if he would have been as intense though.
No. What's
Patrick Bateman.
no from fucking Spider-Man? Who plays the Green Goblin?
Oh, Willem
William
Dafoe.
Dafoe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Willem
no,
Dafoe,
He
yeah.
was born to play it.
Ooh, Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. That
Nobody
seems-
else
Tom
Wait.
Selleck.
Really?
He almost was. That's the only reason I said that.
Okay.
Or is
Okay, what about Magnum?
Han Solo?
Danny Tanner.
No, I
Now
feel
we're
like
just
Tom,
naming
Tom,
people.
Tom
Who
Selleck
else?
could play Han Solo. I
Who
feel
else
like.
could have been Danny Tanner?
Yeah, who could have played Han Solo really well?
We're doing Han Solo or Danny Tanner?
We'll do Han Solo
Either
first.
one.
Um,
Pretty much the same person.
wasn't Mark Hamill supposed to be Han Solo initially? And then he auditioned for Luke, and they
think
didn't
so.
have a guy to audition for Han Solo?
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Because I
man.
thought wasn't that his first role?
Yes.
And it was like
he was a
got it-
stagehand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got it on like a whim.
Yeah, but I thought the reason that spot was open was because Mark Hamill was supposed to audition for Han Solo at first.
Yeah, I believe that. I'll trust the process.
I'll
I
trust
feel
the
like that's
I've heard
the
that.
truth.
That sounds right.
yeah. I know that like it was a by chance thing that he was.
I got a very unpopular opinion, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
for Han Solo.
made the
Mhm.
Kessel Run in less
The
than 12
Fonz.
parsecs. The Fonz.
The Fonz for Han Solo.
I can
And-
see that.
Yeah.
If you like tone down, like take the Fonz character and just tone down the '60s a little bit.
Yeah. Or
What
Henry,
about
hold on,
John-
Henry
what
Winkler
about-
talking to Chewbacca.
or John Travolta.
I understand.
Ooh, John
I took.
Travolta.
She is my sister. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
But it would be
John-
good.
I feel
You'd
like
watch it.
I would watch.
John Travolta might have played Han Solo a little too like rapey. I feel like
yeah.
it would have been a little like it would have been a little
mean-
too like
I
you
mean-
know how he kind of dances that line of like calling her or like having this slick
You
talking
half-witted
spaceman.
nerf herder.
Yeah. Like I think John Travolta might have played it a little bit more.
Come on,
Crib
Chewie, we
creepy.
gotta go.
No, he definitely
Fastest
would,
ship in the fleet, baby.
he definitely he definitely would have been a little more rapey to I was about to say
Leia.
Leaf Cassidy to
That's you.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
What about Darth Vader?
Oh,
Anyone, because it's just James Earl Jones' voice and
That's
some
true.
dude in a suit who died.
All right,
that
but
no
for
one
real though,
remembers.
Danny Tanner, because
Oh.
Bob Saget is the perfect Danny Tanner.
See, Danny Tanner to me could have been anybody. I was not, but you got to keep in mind, I'm not a big Full House guy. But to me, like any episodes I've watched, it's just okay. Yeah, no, basic dad,
I'm
Wow.
a
basic white sitcom
I
dad.
grew up
Wow.
on Full House. I mean, I grew up like Saturday mornings watching Full House. He seems just like basic dad, and I thought for a long time Bob Saget was basic dad, like Ned Flanders, shirtless, buff guy. You know?
yeah.
Then
That
I wa-
vibe,
Then
same
I
vibe.
watched his comedy, and I wonder if like was he that way when Full House was going? Like, did he have that same sense of?
Yeah, he
humor?
was. Watch the bloopers.
I've got a really
Okay,
good
so then I
voice
don't
acting
feel
one.
like I don't even feel like he fits that role that well. Then
Clancy Brown is Mr. Krabs.
I don't think you can be like classic stand up, do it all dad, and then like cameras cut, and
Nobody
you're
can do
like
that better.
dick ball poopy cock.
All right, but look at Alec Baldwin. He fucking killed someone.
He
and
is
then
a
he's
murderer.
playing
Alec
is a
Baldwin.
murderer.
Listen, I got no resentment.
I'm Alec
for
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Do you want to get
killed
shot in the
someone.
fucking face? I'll teach you how to shoot someone in the fucking face. I'm Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin killed someone. Let's just put that out
Also,
there.
all the Baldwin is Steven Seagal a Baldwin brother? He could be.
Well, nope, he's a Seagal. That's-
He could
That,
be a
that- he
Baldwin
does miss
brother.
he does
Oh.
miss crucial credentials for that.
Maybe he like married out.
What about
Did he marry a seagull?
They met in a McDonald's parking lot.
I'm just saying, like, here's the thing, right? All of the Baldwins are very
picking
interchangeable,
at this.
so why are we still employing Alec Baldwin? Like, all of these could be
because
any other
Steven
one.
Baldwin's in and out of jail.
They
that's
all look
why.
so weird. They,
They-
all look so
yeah.
weirdly serious and smart.
They
But-
have.
but
they
okay,
all
no,
have
hang on.
that.
Yeah,
they
they
all
look-
have that.
they look the same. Dude.
That weird chin thing.
Yeah.
No, you know who they look like? Lip from Shameless.
Ooh,
They all have
kinda.
that- they all have
yeah,
that,
they
like-
do. Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this though, like, and this happened to me personally. That's why I say it.
Okay.
You could see any of these four brothers in a movie and go, "Oh, it's Alec Baldwin," and then you have to like double take. Wait, is that Alec?
Hold
Baldwin?
on. The
Yeah.
third one in, wearing the pink shirt. I know this is great for the podcast. That's not Alec Baldwin.
No.
They're all the Baldwin brothers look the same.
Because, like, to me, like
Let's get some names.
Stephen Baldwin and Alec Baldwin, I can tell the difference between those two. Then the second from the third.
that's
the
William
second from the left-
Baldwin.
I didn't even know there was a fucking William. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Really quick, I just want to say, I think Will Smith in Men in Black really hard to replace Will Smith.
Yeah.
I think he fits that role very well. I know that was out of left
Omar
field,
Epps
but-
could have done it.
Who do you think could have played a better John Wick? If they could?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Harrison Ford,
Harrison, really?
By the way, Harrison Ford's 70
when
years
he was, like,
old,
young?
doing the
71, isn't he?
71 maybe, but he's got Indiana Jones 5 coming
Dude, fuck
up.
yeah, good for him.
Like
Yeah.
crazy.
Good
Or
for
he
him.
might be older than 70. He's like ridiculous.
I think he's 72.
okay,
Isn't the latest movie that he made was I can't remember what it was. It was the futuristic fucking
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Blade
yeah.
Runner.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first one, and I really want to watch 2049.
It's
but, like,
long.
They're
dude.
redoing Blade.
Are
Not
they?
Blade.
Yeah, they are.
Trinity?
Yeah. Yes.
They're redoing Blade and they're redoing.
It's filming in Cleveland. That's the
Oh,
only reason I know I
really?
did a story on
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
oh, good for you.
But it's not Wesley Snipes playing
Yeah,
Blade.
Who is
which
it?
You'd have to look it up.
It's
Yeah.
Mahershala Ali.
There he is.
He's
That's
would,
Muhammad's
you would know-
grandson.
Okay, I
you
got
would
you.
know his face if you
Probably.
saw it.
Yeah, I didn't know the name, and I was like, "Who the fuck?"
Yeah,
is
if
that?
you
And I
looked
looked
up-
it up, and I
yeah.
recognized.
Sylvester Stallone is Rocky. No one else can do it.
I was just thinking that too.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a
Um,
really good one. There's a lot of
No, I can't think of anybody.
It's unlike
Anybody from the Expendables movies, basically, they really can't.
Hold
play
on,
their
could
own
De
role.
Niro have played Rocky?
No.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.